computer. Good to go. All right, there we go. All right. Everybody's accepted.
Yeah.
So all right, I'm gonna do a quick intro, and then I'll do that, and then I kind of sent you guys some questions. We'll just kind of let the conversation kind of flow as it happens. I wanted to make sure we had some kind of questions, but definitely, we'll definitely get into both of you kind of telling a little bit about yourself and kind of what you do as well, along with the questions. All right.
For sure.
And 3, 2, 1. Hey, welcome to another episode of the Trailblazer Podcast. My name is William Walker, and I'm your host. The Trailblazer Podcast is all about men who have decided to live and lead their lives a little bit differently and become the trailblazers that they're called to be. Today, we have an exciting episode centered around Trailblazer 24. And this is a 24-day reset challenge designed to help leaders pave the way to success in the new year. Trailblazer 24 is not just a challenge, it's a journey of getting on the path that will lead you to the success you want in 2024. Today, we have two remarkable guests who are not only passionate supporters of this initiative, but also trailblazers in their own rights. Joining us today are Win Warren, founder of WinMo Fitness, and Thomas Lahart, founder of Flight Foods. Hey, welcome to the show, guys. I appreciate you being here.
Appreciate it, man.
Hey, it's an honor to be here.
Awesome. Well, cool, guys. Well, hey, I am super pumped to be doing this episode today and kind of seeing how it all goes and then getting it out. This is probably going to be one of the bigger pushes I've done to just kind of tell people about this. But when I started formulating it and thinking about what this would look like to do, honestly, you were both at the top of my list. Thomas, because of what you bring to the table, and Win, because of what you brought, both of you, what you brought to the table to me personally and professionally. So let's kind of get into it. Win, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself and, WinMo Fitness real quick.
Yeah, so my name's Win. I've been in the fitness industry for about a decade now, and I've done almost everything. I've been a personal trainer. I've personal trained Will as my second client and loved every minute of it, I'm sure. And but we've been part of F45, Orange Theory, Iron Tribe, CrossFit, Globo gyms, like Crunch, stuff like that. Like I've been in all these different positions, and now I've just finally kind of want to go out on my own and try my own thing with a partner. And we've developed WinMo Fitness, which is an online personal training company. My background as far as education, I graduated from Auburn and fitness conditioning performance, and then got my master's at UAB in exercise physiology. So really good experiences. And I'm excited to work with everyone this Trailblaze 24 and kind of give the best workouts we can give and have a good reset.
So thanks, man. I appreciate it. Thomas, what about yourself, man? Why don't you tell everybody a little bit about you? I know this is your second time on. This is your repeat here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's an honor to be here. I'm Thomas Lahart. I am the founder of Flight Foods. I started Flight Foods in my freshman year of college. I was just very passionate about supplements and kind of what you put in your body is what you get out. At the time, I was training to become a pilot, but over time, I was developing these powders for the last 3 years, and I found a real passion in that. So I decided to drop out of flight school, switch to aviation management, and I just graduated 2 days ago. So now I am pursuing Flight Foods full time. I'm also the head coach at TNT Tennis Academy, just a little tennis academy. I started out at the RO courts for any of you guys from Auburn out there. So yeah, I'm very passionate. William was also my first Flight Foods customer ever, so very special to me.
Oh man, thanks, bro. It's been awesome. I love your subs. I use them all the time. Obviously, when you and I have been working out together since 2016, and I got to be honest, I would not be where I am right now if I would not have started this journey with you then. This is an integral part of my daily life, and it helps me, grow not just physically but mentally, spiritually, and it's great to kind of seeing that, and then it's also helped me, believe it or not, it's played a role in where I'm at now as a coach, with the Forge Leader, my coaching and consulting company. because I started coaching guys in my small group and leading them through there, all because of that Spartan race that you and I ran back in 2016. So it's just kind of crazy how this journey has happened. Without a doubt, God has had his hand on it. Well, hey, man, I wanted to make sure we just dive in because I know this is not going to be a long one, but it's going to be a fun one. We'll start with you, Win. Win, you're the founder of WinMo Fitness. It's a personal training company. It's amazing. It's been a huge benefit for me to be a part of. But I do want to ask you, how do you see physical health playing a role in leadership success, especially as we embark on this new year?
Yeah, great question. So as far as physical health and leadership, there's two main aspects that we typically look at, and that's physical health and mental health. Physical health, when you work out on a consistent basis, your hormones get in alignment. Like you're hormonally better. Your cortisol isn't out of whack. Your testosterone's at the level it should be. And so your clarity of mind is there. So instead of having something to worry about and constantly think about your health and you deteriorating and you not eating well and you just being fogged down, man, if you're a physically fit person, you're going to be a better leader just through clarity of mind. And that clarity of mind comes from physical health and mental health. But something that I like to think about that a lot of people think of when they come and think of fitness and leadership is just aesthetics. When someone walks in the room and they're physically fit, people tend to respect them more. And so if you come in there with a chiseled jaw, broad shoulders, and you look physically healthy and you come in there confident, people will respect you no matter, almost just subconsciously. So it plays a huge role. Obviously, we can go to a lot of rabbit holes, but right now the big three is mental health, physical health, clarity of mind in particular, but then just aesthetics. Coming in there and being fit, people will respect you.
I know for a fact, like once I started working out and really kind of jumping into that, and Thomas, please chime in here, man. There was a confidence that I had in myself, of knowing what, even though I wasn't necessarily, at the pinnacle of fitness level or anything like that. Like just the fact that I was working out on a regular basis, I had a confidence in who I was and what I could do. I could push through those hard things. I could have those hard conversations because not only did I have someone helping me push through that in the gym, I was pushing through those things. And I love that whole, I love what comes with the discomfort challenge inside of working out in physical fitness, and how that gives you, I mean, the mental clarity is unbelievable. And it's funny, as I've actually started working out to like, epic epic classical scores, like orchestra scores
Really?
do. We listened to it the other night when Thomas was over working out with me. And I will tell you that you put that in your earbuds while you're working out, like you can find some pretty hard stuff. And because there's no words or anything like that going on, the clarity of mind is huge. It's you got to
Yeah,
try it out, man. I'll send you one of the scores I listen to on Spotify. I have a playlist.
I'll have to.
So check it out. You can be like, this dank. Thomas, just to kind of play off what Wynn said and the excellent points that he brought up. As founder of Flight Foods, the nutritional supplement company that you have, how can proper nutrition complement the Trailblazer 24 challenge and contribute to the success of leaders?
Absolutely. Yeah. So I really believe that what you put in your body is where you're going to get out of your body. And as becoming leaders, we got to set examples of excellence, for our peers and other leaders to follow. And I really disagree with what you were saying about being physically strong. It's such a crucial part of, our life as men. We're called to be strong in body, mind, and spirit. And like just looking at Win right now, I see he's got big traps. I'm like, I respect that. like
Stop it.
like just being strong is awesome, and it's a masculine trait that we should all embody as men because one, you get more respect from it. Like I respect someone that is physically strong, and the mental clarity is amazing. So I think that you put excellence in your body, you're gonna get excellence out of your body physically. Then it's all intertwined from there. Your mental health and your spiritual game is just going to rise, and it's about achieving excellence in every area of life.
Yeah, no,
Totally agree. I think it's just something to be said about like first impressions. And when people walk in there with their chest tall, shoulders back, head up, like people are gonna notice you. They're like, everyone is. It's just how it is. People like confidence. And so if you're physically fit, you're healthy, you're gonna be naturally more confident.
Mhm. No, you're absolutely right, man. I mean, you're confident in who you are. You know, at the Forge Leader, we always say a Forge Leader is someone who knows who they are and what they need to do next. Well, when you know who you are because you're confident, not just physically, but also mentally and spiritually, when you're able to line those up, um, everything just starts fitting in. And the great thing is it's this constant journey. I mean, you and I right now, my programming is all about what I'm going to be able to do when I'm in my 90s, right? And people, I mean, it's funny when I tell people that, they're like, "Huh?" And I'm like, "Yeah, bro, I want to be able to do these things when I'm in my 90s." And when I
That's
started
right.
explaining,
The 90s Olympics.
exactly, and when I explain it to them, what level of confidence I'm going to have in myself at that age, what how my family or my grandchildren are going to act around me because they're going to know, they're going to believe, and it's important. I want to know that as a leader, for me, leadership is all about influence. That's all it is. It's not about how I guide somebody, but it's about the influence that I have because of how I live my life or do my things. And so, it's why it's why I have quiet time on a regular basis. It's why I'm always reading a book. It's why I take supplements and eat clean food and make those choices. Hey, I still eat pizza, you know, but it's also why I work out every day too, or at least 5 days a week, to make sure
Right.
that I'm continually growing and getting better just a little bit every day. Um, so it's fascinating to see how physical fitness and nutrition are going to play an integral part in this Trailblazer 24 experience. Um, so I'd like to kind of maybe share a little bit with everybody who's listening today what the Trailblazer 24 is. The Trailblazer 24 is a 24-day reset challenge for participants to take part of. It's going to be provided with, I partnered with WinMo Fitness to provide a weekly workout that's going to be scalable based on whatever your fitness level is. And then we've partnered with Flight Foods to provide a supplement stack so that you can bring in some good supplements that are going to help you excel through those workouts, but also recover from those workouts so that you can be at your premium health and be optimal in all those areas. So, let me ask you, just to kind of get an idea, what kind of things are you looking at? What do potential participants need to be prepared for when they're, hey, I want to sign up for this, but I'm not a member of a gym and I don't really want to join a gym. What do they need? What kind of things should they expect?
Absolutely. So it's gonna be super easy. It's all gonna be body weight. We're gonna have 3 days a week of working out. And for those that want more, I'll add a fourth. And that'll be extra workout. In between every workout, let's say it's Monday, Wednesday, Friday, in between every workout, we'll have walks. And they're gonna be intentional walks. What I mean by like intentional walks, it's walking with a purpose, walking with a little step, walking with a little effort. I don't want you to leisurely walk when we're doing this stuff. Like everything we're doing is going to have intention to it. So there's a lot of principles in exercise. The two biggest ones are specificity and progressive overload. The one thing that this program is going to have is progressive overload. It's going to specifically get you better at one particular workout. So we'll start the program with a intro test in workout. We'll then end the program with the test out workout. The workouts will be the same. The program will lead you into the test out workout and make you better by the end of it. So if you do all 3 to 4 workouts, you will get better by the end. If you walk on the days that you're not working out, you'll get even more results. You'll losing more weight, or you'll get cardiovascularly more in shape. For those that are coming in with some experience, especially with running, I won't have walking. You can do zone 2 running instead. And zone 2 will be explained in the program if you don't know what that is.
Awesome. And Thomas, so please share, kind of help us understand what it is that that Flight Food is going to be able to help provide, and the benefits that are going to come from that. And then,
Yeah, absolutely. Just it's on just be that small part. Supplements aren't the biggest part of the program, but I do believe it's a crucial part. So by signing
crucial.
up, you're gonna receive a voucher at flightfoods.shop. You're gonna receive your choice of protein. So we got cookies and cream, we got cinnamon swirl, and then on top of that, you're gonna have your choice between we just launched this new product, Refuel Electrolytes, and then we have Throttle Creatine. So your choice between the electrolytes or creatine, but the Pro Fuel protein will be a lock. So very excited for that. We have digestive enzymes in the protein. That's going to break it down. You won't feel as bloated, and it's going to help with your digestion of it. And we got the creatine is 100% pharmaceutical grade. You'll get 60 servings in that, or you'll get 50 servings of electrolytes with it also has a blend of 2 fast-acting carbs. So it's gonna help you refuel after those hard workouts that one's gonna be putting you guys through.
What's the flavor of the electrolytes?
Yeah, it's a summer punch.
Summer punch. Sounds good.
They're so good, man. I got a jug of them in my. So if you open up I have a cabinet that's got all my like coffee on one shelf, and then above it, it's got all my supplements. I got protein, I got creatine, I've got pre-workout, which is the takeoff, which is really good too.
It's going.
Yeah, it's you don't get all itchy, but it really is a great blend. I really love it. The flavors are amazing. It gets you just the right amount of pump. The caffeine level is a good level. It doesn't make you jittery. And then I have the electrolytes to kind of refuel. A lot of times I'll hit the electrolytes in the morning after when I first wake up, kind of just a great way to kind of get my body kicking in, because I have a habit where I don't actually intake any caffeine for at least 90 minutes after I wake up. I've been listening to multiple podcasts, and they say that the first 90 minutes of wake up, a little shout out to Huberman.
Well, Huberman, yeah, there you go.
So it's sunlight and no caffeine. But so I mean, I get up in the morning. I usually hit it's the electrolytes or water, one of the two. But it's 8 to 12 ounces of that first thing in the morning. And then 90 minutes later, I'll go make a cup of coffee, unless I'm going to work out. And then if I'm going to work out, I'll hit the pre-workout and get my morning workout in. Some days it's 2 days, some days it's not. So, but the flavors are awesome. The proteins are. His cinnamon swirl is one of my favorites. I mean, it's like cinnamon.
I would say so. How close is cinnamon swirl to the cinnamon toast crunch?
You close your eyes, you'll never.
Really?
Oh my god!
I mean, that's
so good.
That's the goal.
All right. I think I'm gonna have to get some of those.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You're gonna.
I've been looking. Honestly, I've been looking for a cinnamon toast crunch like protein powder.
Really?
And so, yeah, if you have one, I'm buying one.
Let's go.
That's
I
awesome.
appreciate it. I'll reach out to you after for sure.
I mean,
well, cool. Well, hey guys, so let's a little bit more to talk a little bit more about Trailblazer 24 just as a whole. I mean, obviously, we have shared that you're going to get an amazing workout from everybody from WinMo. You're going to get an amazing stack of supplements from Flight Foods, and then on my side, on the Forge Leader side, what we're going to be doing is we have produced a full check sheet, which is going to be a calendar that's going to allow you to kind of check on yourself every single day. Let's see if I can pull up a picture of this and share it while we're doing this on the video. Wrong button. But it'll have, I worked out every day. I had quiet time every day, or some type of rest and reflection time every day. It has did I do there's a post that you're supposed to do on social media. Right now, I'm actually in the middle of doing a full Trailblazer 24. I've got to do, I got to post a story today, and that consists of, hold on, let's pull it up here while we're talking. Today's post is day 12 is doing something you are passionate about. Well, you know what? I am doing something I'm passionate about. I'm doing this podcast. Last night was post a picture of my workout and post workout. Tomorrow or day 14 is list 10 things that I'm thankful for. So I'll post a picture of a list of things I'm thankful for. But it's different little challenges, just kind of remind you to kind of stay on track. There'll be a weekly coach call. So it's a group coach call that we'll be meeting online. We'll be chatting, kind of checking in with each other, as well as working through the Trail Markers ebook. The Trail Markers are the signature tool that we use as the Forge leader to kind of coach and work with our leadership teams and businesses and with one-on-one leaders. And it walks them through this process of kind of discovering their purpose, kind of identifying who they are and creating a true north statement, coming up with what their objectives and key results are for themselves, both personally and professionally. Then it walks through three more sections, which is people, identifying the right people that are in your life, communication, how are you communicating with those people and or being communicated with, because a big part of communication is listening. And then lastly, how do you take these tools and put them into a repeatable process of your life so that you're always going back in line with your purpose and making sure that you're reaching your objectives. And so my goal personally as the coach that's going to be leading these is that at the end of 4 weeks, each participant will have a little bit of a clear picture of, hey, where their true north is, be able to answer that question. What does success look like for me in 2024? Which is a pretty big question, right? I mean, because when you back that out, it's just not about, hey, I want to make this much money. What does success look like? That's both personally and professionally. So how do you articulate that? But from that, everybody should be able to, my goal is that everybody that participates will have 3 to 5 objectives written down of what they want to reach in 2024, as well as the key results that are going to help them reach those objectives. Thomas and I are actually walking through that right now, coaching and just kind of planning out, doing some strategic planning for Flight Foods for 2024, both personally and professionally for Thomas. And I'm doing that myself right now on my own with my coach. So that is the goal of the 2024 challenge. Obviously, get better fit, getting those habits, which is going to be key to that. There's some rest and reflection time. I'll send out a weekly email that will talk about rest and reflection and just why that's important to find a time to get quiet and listen to whatever it is you need to listen to get quiet. For me, it's definitely spending time in prayer and in God's word. For you, it may be something different. But that is what I do. But anybody, what do you guys think? I mean, what kind of questions you got for me in all of this? I mean, I know that we've been texting. I mean, I want people to hear us talking about this.
Yeah, I have a question. So, where's your motivation? Like, why did you start this in the first place?
Honestly, I was looking back and I was thinking about, hey, what could I do in 2024 that's just going to make a difference? How can I do something that doesn't have to be epic and huge and crazy? And I started thinking about my podcast and why I started my podcast, which was really about telling the stories of men who are just making small changes in their life that make a difference in both their personal and professional lives. And I was like, hey, maybe this is something that I could just try and do. And so I started putting it together. It really, when I first started it, I was thinking 24 as in 2024. And I was chatting and having lunch with Thomas, and he goes, man, that'd be really cool, a 24-day challenge. And I was like, that's even better. But it is. I mean,
Nice.
my passion in the reason I get up in the morning, the reason I live and lead the way I do every single day, and I got into coaching is because I truly believe that I am called and I was created to encourage, challenge, and equip men to be the leaders that they're called to be. And this, I believe, is just another way for me to kind of come alongside men who want to make a difference, who want to grow in who they are as a leader. And that's just not, hey, how I lead my company. It's how you lead your life. How are you leading your family and your kids? What is the example that you're living? I mean, think about that. Like, you could start we always start 2024 off with, hey, what do I not need to do? That's that New Year's resolution. I got to quit doing this. Well, Trailblazer 24 is not about, hey, I got to quit this. Trailblazer 24 is about, hey, I'm going to do this. And I truly believe that we have set it up. I've set it up to provide the tools needed to build the confidence in ourselves, to give us and to give them to give us the hope that we can actually do it. To know that, hey, after 24 days, you know what? I worked out for 4 weeks straight. You know what? For 4 weeks, I made good, healthy choices about what I ate. For 4 weeks, I didn't drink any booze, right? For 4 weeks, I took the time to get quiet, a couple times a week and just reflect and rest and let myself recharge. For 4 weeks, I worked on what I wanted to do next year. And now I have a plan that's going to help me get to what I want to do next year. Even though you may not hit all the objectives, that doesn't matter. I mean, success isn't measured on the fact that we reached all of the objectives. Success is mattered on the fact that I make progress. I mean, because it's our is where we really learn everything, right? So it's as long as you're moving the needle forward, you're being successful. So deciding how you can move that needle forward could be your success for 2024. And it's just, without a doubt, if you can't see the passion inside of me or hear it in my voice, but I guess that answers that question, why I decided to do this year.
Yeah, for sure. So I know I have to wrap things up, but my last question is, I know you've had ebbs and flows in your own fitness career. And as far as like you were in the military, so I'm sure you got really fit, and then out of the military, it had some ebbs in there. So tell me your experiences of like the changes that you felt from like you being really fit, from you getting not fit to you being really fit again.
Bro, when I started working out with you, I was 240 pounds.
Big boy.
That's 240. I wore a size 40. Right?
Yeah.
I couldn't run a mile. Right? I couldn't. I mean, you and I ran. I couldn't.
Yeah.
I couldn't run the 3rd mile track that was in the rec at Auburn. Right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And so my journey of being, in the Marine Corps, I was definitely a lot fitter than I was once I got out. But what fitness did for me, or being fit did for me, it really built the confidence in knowing that I could do things. It gave me the confidence to know, hey, I can push through that. One more rep. And really the key to that for me was having a coach. Now, I am not a fitness coach, but I am a coach for men. And so now I do the same thing, but in kind of a mental aspect. But I got to be, in all transparency, I've got clients that I'm like, hey, man, you want to have a meeting? Cool. Go grab a rucksack and meet me at this trail. And we'll have a meeting while we're on the trail, because there's
my kind of meeting. I like that.
Well, they're like, hey, I want to get in better shape. I'm like, cool. Well, I'm not a trainer. I can connect you with guys. I can connect you with WinMo. I tell them, I'm like, hey, I can connect you with this. They will take care of you. They will give you everything you need. I've got a guy who can help you with your supplements, with flight foods. I've got all those tools. And so the way I help them is by coming alongside them and just, hey, man, we'll just put a rucksack on, or even if we don't even put a rucksack on, we're just going to go for a walk while we do this. Let's start moving. Let's build that confidence in knowing that you can push through these hard times. And that's been the journey for me. It's constantly learning that, hey, I can push through hard times and succeed on the other side of them. And even when I have my failures and setbacks, because I do. Like, I got a shoulder issue right now that I'm dealing with. And I just, what I do is I either don't do the pull-ups, or I put in a bunch of bands, or I do rows, or I do something else to kind of, when you're laughing at me going, you didn't tell me about your shoulder. Of course I didn't tell you about my shoulder.
Sure didn't. Of course.
But it's the other one. It's not this one. It's the other one now.
Okay. Good to know.
But it's figuring out, how do I push through? How do I make adjustments? This you've added something to my workout, these SOTS presses, right? Mm-hmm. Totally didn't understand what those were. Watched a couple of videos on them, and then I got down in kind of like a squat formation, trying to do them with with a PVC pipe, and I'm like, yeah, these aren't
Yep.
working. So yes, I work out with a PVC pipe, right? Now the goal is to be able to do a 45-pound bar, and then a 45-pound bar with 210s on it, and a 45-pound bar with more weight on it. But I had to start somewhere, and so I'm going to see the progress, just like you're going to see with making the changes to your diet and implementing a good, you know, a good eating regimen and good supplements, as well as working on your physical fitness side of making those progress. I love the fact that you're building in this test at the front and the back to let them see the progress, and
Absolutely.
that's the same thing I want to do with the coaching sessions with them, is the fact that they're going to see the progress from when they started at the beginning of this. And it's going to be something tangible that they're going to be able to hold in their hand and go, hey, I've got 3 to 5 objectives. I know what I want to do next year. I'm able to kind of start articulating who I am. And now I know what I need to do. And when you put those two things together, a leader becomes very powerful in a very good way. Their influence allows them to grow and keep moving forward. Thomas, you got something for us, man? Come on.
Yeah, man. I just want to chime in. No questions here, but I just want to give a quick testament to William and the Forged Leader. So recently, I was battling a lot with deciding what to do after college, and William really, through the trail markers and asking his critical questions, I realized that I really got to find my values. What am I doing this for? And once I found those, I realized I can really, I do have what it takes. Like, I can really pursue this flight foods thing and get after it. So one, it's going to really help you identify, what's important to you. And next is going to be, how can you achieve that? Right now, I think it's very important for the new year. Like you said, there's, the world just standing here. People talk about, oh, you got taxes. What are you going to do about insurance for your supplements? What are you going to do, about customer service, shipping? All these problems happen, right? But with William, we realized, all right, let's put a little bit of offense here. We have what it takes. What are your goals? Stop thinking about what's bringing you down. How about we see, like, what can we do to make our goals happen? So it's powerful stuff, and it really gets you thinking and identifying what you want to accomplish. And that's what gives me peace of mind. So I'm just thankful for the Forged Leader.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it. You guys got anything else you want to add, Win, Thomas, before we wrap this up?
No, thanks for having me on, man.
It's my pleasure. Well, hey, guys, thank you so much to Win and Thomas for joining us today and shedding light on the Trailblazer 24 challenge, which is up and coming. Hey, if this is something you are interested in, please, I will put a link to an email that you can send to me at the Forged Leader, and I will get you the information you need to sign up for this. We are doing 2 versions. We're going to do a light version, and we're going to do a pro version. The light version, you get the checklist and you get the rules. For the pro version, you get WinMo, you get Thomas Lahart at Flight Foods, and you get me. So I promise you, it is worth the investment in yourself, both in the short term and in the long term. To our listeners, if you're ready to take on this challenge, embark on this journey for the new year. Check us out and start your path to the success that you have for yourself in 2024. And until the next time, keep blazing the trails. This is William, and I'm out.
Right on. Appreciate you having me.
Thanks, guys. I appreciate it.
Guys.
This will be dropped on Thursday.
Awesome.
Let's go. Win, good to meet you.
Yeah, good to meet you, bud.
Thanks, guys. I appreciate it, man. And I will talk to you soon.
Yeah.
Yes,
see you guys.
sir. God bless.